Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 16th to the 30th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the good things that the YouTube algorithm likes. So, thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me. So, thank you guys. So, let's see what the cards have to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. So we're crowned here with the Page of Swords reversed. Now, this is air sign energy. This is us coming through, represented in the minor arcana. This can also be Gemini and Aquarius. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all air sign energy. But we are going to be seeing that we are kind of like unwilling students during this time. There's going to be something that we're learning, something that we need to connect with. Spirit is going to be trying to talk with us, and we're going to be a little bit resistant to this. So just be aware of this during this time. We then have temperance reverse. Something is out of balance, right? This is also strong Sagittarius energy. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart, if you have Sagittarius energy in your life, know that it might not be the most conducive energy during this time. It's also the time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. So something about that time frame can be causing a bit of difficulty or a bit of anxiety. Being aware of that is going to be super helpful. We need to connect with our inner child. That's also going to be a very important thing, but we can find it hard to connect with our inner child during this time. We then have the Knight of Cups reverse, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If we have water sign energy in our chart, if we have water sign energy in our life, we might find that it's a little bit more reactionary than we want it to be. The Knight of Cups is the sense of like, I'm charging forward with my emotions guiding me, but we can find that we're all emotion during this time. We react to things very emotionally, very instantaneously, and we need to step back and think about things just for a moment before that reaction and energy comes forward. There's something that we need to heal from that is a bit overwhelming. We can feel like we're drowning in the emotions of everybody else, drowning in the desires of everybody else. And it's almost like, okay, where do I stand? What do I want? It brings us then to the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. So if we have Cancer in our chart, Cancer energy in our life, time frame, it's June 21st to July 22nd, very positive energy for us. This is us taking the reins. It's interesting that we kind of go back and forth between feeling completely out of control of something and then completely in control of something. So, in control of emotions, out of control of emotions, that's going to be an important thing to know during this time, that it can be, we can have that pendulum swinging back and forth, and it won't be as straightforward as we want it to be. With the Chariot, there's just a sense of I know what it is that I want. And it's becoming very focused during this time here at Libra. We're becoming very focused, very driven. We have the Queen of Swords. It's very interesting. We don't want to be the child. We don't want to have more lessons to learn, or we don't want to be spoken down to, or as if we don't know things. Now, do note that we're going to be learning a lot of things that we're not necessarily masters of during this time. But the Queen of Swords is also us. Again, we're represented by the swords in the minor arcana. And the Queen of Swords is this just the sense of, I know my mind, I know what it is that I want. Our strength is even going to surprise us. So do be aware of this during this time. We're cutting through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, disappointment. We're guarding our thoughts a lot. We were a lot more open. There's something that has happened that's like, I'm holding my cards close to my chest, and that's going to be a very important thing for me. A connection with our third eye chakra is also going to be very important. You're going to be getting visions. And I know that sounds a little bit funny to say, you're going to be getting visions, but you are going to be getting glimpses, insights, a deeper understanding of things. Spirit is sending you messages that we're not necessarily listening to, but it would be very important to listen to these messages during this time, the sense of letting our minds create, letting ourselves cultivate the way that we need to move forward. We can be seen as being a bit harsh. Be mindful with your words during this time, because we can be a bit biting. Do we mean to be biting? No, we don't. But there is this real energy of well, this is how I'm moving forward. Like, this is what I need. This is what I want. So we're going to cut more to the chase of things. We're going to get more to the heart of the matter. We can be very stubborn. So do be mindful about this during this time, Libra, is that we can get something in our head and it's like, no, it has to work just like this. And Spirit's like, well, what about this? And we're like, no, just like this. So just be mindful about this, that we're going to be a bit stubborn, a bit like, no, it has to be just this way. And Spirit is going to say to us, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be just this way. So being aware of this is going to be important. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rain cloud in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone, and hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when that video comes up. We have white light. Spirit is saying there is healing going on here. There's a way of connecting. There's a way of moving forward during this time that's going to be a soothing of our energy. It's going to be slowing things down. It's going to be seeing ourselves. It's going to be saying, okay, how do I need to move forward for me? Where do I need to be? What's sacredly important to my soul and to myself? And there's going to be a tremendous amount of healing, which is going to be very important. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have the inner child. Now, this is the inner child reverse. This is the heart chakra. We need to connect with our inner child. There is something, it can be trauma-based, it can be, it can be like, self-doubt based, where there is something that's coming up where we're not listening to our inner child. It's almost like, no, I'm not that person anymore. But our inner child is very important, because as much as we grow, we're still that little kid, at times, and we need to respect that energy. So here with the blockage in the heart chakra, it's really saying to us, make sacred time, hold sacred space for you when you were small and the world was big, and and you were a loving, caring, trusting, just little kid. So here it's holding sacred space for that energy and for ourselves. That is going to be a very, very, very important thing, and it's going to be a bit of a tricky thing for us to do. We can also feel like it's silly, right? We should be more masters of our domain, more, absolute rulers of our universe, but we still need to connect with that person who had their dreams, had their desires, still has their dreams and desires within our own being. We never outgrow who we are or who we were. We wear different faces. We grow, we expand, we become. But there's all the phases of our being, during this time here on this earthly plane. And it's time to connect with that and respect that. So let's see what our energy to be mindful of is, angels and spirit guides. Here we have the Eight of Swords. Oh man, do we get in our own heads too much? So just be mindful about this. We can overthink, we can overanalyze. The Eight of Swords is just, it's being stuck in our own head. It's being stuck in our own mind. It's, it's really thinking, oh my gosh, everybody's talking about me after I leave this situation. Or, oh my gosh, I can't believe, how I messed this up or how I messed that up. Here's the thing, and it's a hard thing to know, especially when we want to come across so well. We're not that important. And I know that sounds harsh, and I know somebody's going to be writing, Dane, that's so mean to say. But most people are so busy thinking about themselves and their story, and themselves and the way others are thinking about them, that we don't really think about others as much as we tend to think that they think of us. So here, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way, because if people are going to be petty and they're going to gossip and talk about you, that's just going to be who they are. They're just going to be petty. They're going to be gossipy. And it's like, okay, fine. That's where you are. That's where you are. But I'm not going to be bogged down by this. This is a time to connect with your inner voice, with being a student of situations. We don't want to be. We don't want to be. We are going to be a bit rebelling against this energy during this time. And the Page of Swords is saying to us, hey, listen, Spirit is talking to you. Take these messages, see how you move forward in this energy and in this brilliance that is you. Because certain things are out of balance during this time. And what we're going to need to say to ourselves is, what is true for me? Remember, we are represented by justice in the major arcana. Okay, so justice is very important. The only other kind of law card or card around justice is the temperance card, which is truth. So we have justice, which is the innate being of ourselves. And then we have truth coming forward, and the truth is reverse. So there's something here where there's something that needs to be said, something that needs to come forward that is true for us. But we're drowning in the emotions of others, where we're overwhelmed by feelings. And I know that sounds weird to say that during this time we can be overwhelmed by feelings, but we're feeling things just a little bit too much. And we need to take the reins, just like the chariot says, take the reins and then, point the horse in the way that you want to move forward. It's funny that we have two horses in the reverse position here. We have the page of swords with the horse behind them. We have the knight of cups, and then we have the two horses made out of sea foam, which is Venus energy, right? And aren't we ruled? Yes, we're ruled by Venus. All right. So in the mythos of Venus's birth, as Venus was born of sea foam. So we have that energy coming up here. And yes, that's a Greek or Roman myth. And here, of course, we are dealing with Celtic cards. But we have that energy coming forward of taking the white horses and reining them in, but also that energy of Venus, that energy of this is what I love, this is what I'm passionate about, moving forward with us. We're going to be very strong during this time. And that can be misinterpreted by others. They can think, oh, we're being cold, or oh, we're being distant. But we're going to be very firm, very strong, very distinct, very, very forthright with what we want during this time. And we're going to be cutting through a lot of doubts. We can be overly stubborn, so do be mindful about this. We can also be overly blunt, so being aware of that too during this time is going to be very important. But we're guarding our mind. We might not be that easy to read. So when people say, Libra, I don't know what's on your mind, they really don't. They can have a bit of difficulty reading you, but there's this real sense of, I'm cutting to the heart of the matter. This is what I want for my life. This is what I've trained for. This is what I'm going after, and nothing and no one is going to stop me. Just don't be too stubborn with the way that you think, oh, okay, this is exactly the way I have to achieve my goals, because Spirit is going to throw you some curveballs during this time that will be very beneficial if you take them, So let's see here. Our subconscious spirit message is peace. Embracing our peace, slowing things down, embracing what brings us joy, what centers us, is going to be very important. We then have the heart chakra now coming through subconsciously in the upright position, and this is love. Oh, that's so funny because that's, and this is love. Dun, 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 dun. That's Cinderella. So there is something here where we're embracing what we love and we're embracing ourselves. So moving forward with peace and with love at the center of our heart really has us embracing our heart chakra, embracing what we love and what we want from our world and for ourselves. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of, which is the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is a very beneficial card. It's a very positive card. But when it's in the energy of being mindful of, or in the energy of reverse, it's saying here, hey, listen, stop looking at everybody else and saying, oh, this is what they love, or oh, they must be so happy. And just focus on you. This is going to be a really important time to say, what do I love? What brings me joy? What elevates me? What moves me forward? What sings to my heart? Because that's going to be the game changer here. And that's going to move you in the direction that you really want to be in your life. So don't look at everybody else. Like, that's how you stumble in your own race. You start to look at everybody else. Just keep running your race and know that there will be times where you fall behind, where you feel, like you're just not doing it. You're just not getting to that place that you want to be, but you inevitably will. With the Page of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is our passion. Again, Spirit is talking to us. We have the scrolls in both the page's hands, and both of them are reversed. We're having a hard time listening to Spirit. We're having a hard time getting out of our own way and saying, okay, how does Spirit want me to move forward? Where does Spirit want me to be? We can be having difficulty with fire sign energy. Know that our sister sign is Aries energy. So we can be having a bit of difficulty with Aries energy. But again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all fire sign energy. Sagittarius is reversed here with Temperance reverse. So it can also be that. But we are having difficulty connecting with our passion, with our fire, and with the thing that was just absolutely all encompassing for us when we were younger. And that's going to be really important. There's something here where we're supposed to connect with that spark that we had, with that thing that was just so exciting and so brilliant and so vivacious for us. So being aware of that is going to be super important during this time. Okay. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Oh, and please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. Now take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.